Welcome back to Trading with CJ. We have another Torchlight Energy update for you guys today. We've been covering Torchlight pretty much since they announced the merger. They announced it back in December. We started covering this early January time. And if you bought in when we spoke about this one, you would still be sitting on a crazy gains despite the fact that Torchlight has been selling off over the last couple of days. However, there is a lot going on with this one, okay? There is a lot to cover. We have all the talk around the merger, which is, a little bit confusing in itself. We have on top of that a special dividend. And then you throw into the mix a short squeeze as well. Lots of questions that people want to know. We've made lots of videos on these. You can check that out. I did a Q&A video, but in this one, we're going to break down the latest news around Torchlight, the special dividend, okay, which is a big day for you guys today, and of course the merger as well. If you appreciate all these updates on Torchlight, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel. I do have a Patreon, a link to that is in the description, and a Discord with a Torchlight channel which is completely free to join as well. But let's get into this one. We can see right now at the time of recording the price still sits around the $5 mark, okay? We're still very much just on the borderline there of that penny stock territory. But you can see the last 5-day graph, it doesn't look too good at all, okay? We had those crazy highs where we actually touched about $11 a share, and then we see a massive sell-off. However, the only way you'd be down is if you bought in those last few days. If you bought this one a month ago or 2 months, whenever, prior to the last few days, you will still be sitting on insane gains because this saw a crazy run up. We look at the last 1 month, we're actually still up at this moment in time about 120%. And even if you go back to the 6 months graph, when this announcement of the merger first came out, you would still be sitting on 600+%. Insane gains. However, of course, if you did buy at those highs a couple of days ago, then you have seen a sell-off. Is it time to panic? Is it time to sell? We're going to get into all of that. You guys know, with the special dividend, if you wanted to hold that special dividend or get that dividend, you would have had to buy in on the 22nd. If you bought after that, then you will not be eligible. A lot of people are asking me, I bought on the 23rd, will I be eligible? No. 22nd, you had to own shares in Torchlight, okay? And then you can get a special dividend, which, as we know, is meant to be today. The preferred stock dividend is meant to be today. Now, people are saying, oh, this might see a run-up because of cash. People are going to have a lot more cash. They could buy more shares. No, this is a preferred stock dividend, okay? It's not going to have a base value right now. The value won't come to us until they sell their oil and gas assets. This just lets you know, look, you have your dividend. When they sell the oil and gas assets, you are going to get a nice payout. For those of you asking what that payout will be, estimates are between $1 to $20 a share. From the get-go, I said around the $2.50 mark. Mine is on the lower end of this estimate, and that is per share. So, if the price of Torchlight is currently around the $5 mark, let's just say you get $20 a share. Even if this goes to 0.001, almost bankrupt, you're still going to make an insane profit. Well, that is if it goes to $20 a share. If this is $5, then you are still going to make exactly this, what you currently own, double. So yeah, that is a massive catalyst for shareholders, and that is why there was a lot of run-up around this one. People trying to get the dividends. However, if you did not hold until today, then you will also not be getting the dividends. If you sold out prior to opening today, you will not be getting the dividends. Now, I did expect to sell out today. We'll see what the market has for us. We may see green. We hope it's green, but people may be selling now just to get their dividend, etc. But it's been funny times for Torchlight. We thought it would go running up over the last couple of days. It's actually been going down. People have been selling. So people may have got the wrong idea about this one. Thinking if I sell now, I'll still get the dividends. Not the case. People sold out, and yeah, they would have lost money because they would not got the dividend. However, they may have sold out just to take some of those profits off the table as well. Yeah, today is the day you will be receiving that preferred stock, or we should be receiving it anyway. We hope so indeed. That's what they've been saying to us. 25th, we will be receiving the preferred stock. Now, as I say, this will not have a cash value at the moment until they sell the oil and gas assets, and then we'll be able to sell it. Hopefully we'll find out what we're getting exactly. But it is an estimate. It's speculation. Always do your own research when investing into a company. So that's the dividend front, okay? It's too late to worry about that now because your time is up. Will you sell now? Will you not? This is the next main question, okay? People are asking this one because we are still getting close to the merger. The merger is meant to happen by the 30th. That is what they've said to us. So really, if you want to hold Meta Materials, which does look like a good company going forward, then you may consider holding. If you're not interested in that and you just want a dividend, we may consider selling. I want to touch on this article here from Investor Place. Dear Torchlight Energy stock fans, mark your calendars for June the 30th. Now, as I just said, this is the big day for Torchlight share investors. And it says here, new merger date announced. Torchlight announced earlier this week it is extending its merger combination date to June the 30th. And additionally, the company confirmed its preferred dividend will be paid on June the 25th. Today. With this deal expected to close at the end of the month, investors have certainty with this deal, and certainty could definitely be a good thing for Torch investors right now. Speculation over the last 4 or 5 months. Finally, there is some certainty this will be closing, okay? Estimated there by June the 30th. So, with that in mind, how is this going to work with these shares? We've spoken about it so many times. If you currently hold one Torchlight share, you will hold one Mmat share. If you hold one Mmatf share, which is currently Meta Materials, you will hold around 3.6 Torchlight shares. So that is the main question on there. We haven't really spoke too much about Meta Material stock price, but let's have a quick look at that. It's currently Mmatf, and it's pretty much at all-time highs right now. When you look at Torchlight, which has been selling off, Meta Materials is actually going up. Now, this could potentially be because if you're holding this one, you will get 3.6 shares of Torchlight, which at the moment would work out very beneficial for Meta Material shareholders given the current price compared to the current price of Torchlight. What will happen after the merger? The merger is going to get Torchlight's share price. Mmat will become the final closing price of Torchlight. So if you think you're getting $13 a share right now, no, you will be getting the current Torchlight price. However, of course, if you're a Meta Material shareholder, you will be getting 3.6 times that. So that's just worth knowing, okay? Another question we keep getting a lot, which we have covered before. Now, when you put the merger in this, okay, and then you put on top of this a special dividend, now you add on the short interest. This company is one of the most shorted companies out there in the current stock market, okay, which means they need to cover prior to the merger. They need to cover their positions prior to the merger, so which has been a massive catalyst for potentially seeing this run up. So far, it hasn't gone that way. It's actually gone the opposite, but they have to cover prior to the merger. And you can see right here, according to Fintel, Torchlight Energy is one of the top stocks for a short squeeze and beats the top shorted stocks, AMC and GameStop, as we know, two epic stocks which have seen a crazy run. If you bought into any of those over a year ago, you would be sitting on insane gains right now. But with the Torchlight short volume ratio being 34%. And you can see the picture right here. AMC is 26, GME 23, and then COOV 25. But Torchlight there, 34%, okay? Highest short volume ratio out there out of any of these. So this could be a potential catalyst for a short squeeze. But like I say, it is speculation. However, they do need to cover prior to the merger. One more thing to point out as well about today, another reason today's a big day, the Russell 3000 Index. We spoke about this before in a previous video, about a month or so ago, I believe it was. But Torchlight Energy Meta Materials will be added to the Russell 3000 on June the 25th, okay? Could see a little bit of a bump. I don't think this is going to, account for a 20% day. However, it's definitely a catalyst. But right now, the market is so speculative, okay? It could go green, it could go red. However, you need to determine your position is. Were you buying just for the dividend? Because we could see a sellout as of today. Are you buying this long term for the Meta Materials merger? That's another catalyst. And also, we have to remember, Meta Materials is using Torch as a shell company to get uplisted on the NASDAQ. This is very similar to what a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC stock, will do. A company that is not currently listed will use a SPAC to become listed. And we tend to see a sell-off after those mergers. Will this follow that same trend as a SPAC? Time will tell. We will find out by June the 30th. However, definitely consider that. Consider your position with this one. If you have any questions regarding Torch and Meta, check out first of all my previous videos, my Q&A specifically as well. If not, chuck them down in the comments and hopefully I can answer them or somebody else can answer. And we have a free Discord with a Torchlight channel as well. We're going to keep giving you the updates on this one as we approach the merger because it is not the most simplest to get your head around. Okay, there's a lot going on right now, all these different avenues of things happening. And of course, more and more people are starting to learn about Torchlight and are covering it on YouTube now as well. However, if you bought in when we did, you'd still be sitting on insane gains, roughly over 500% since we started speaking about these. So if you appreciate all these updates, please go ahead and smash a like and subscribe to my channel as well. We're thinking outside the box. We're trying to get these stocks early before the hype and before the run up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time.